It's a warm welcome to the national news on Star Television, Channel 21. I am Yesi Ernest Hallowell. First, the headlines. The Chief of Staff at the Command Joint Force, Brigadier General Sahid Kanu, has called on participants, especially members of the Sierra Leone Maritime Wing of the ISLAF, to make judicious and prudent use of their time on the exercise to design strategies, processes, and procedures.
Which I was told is a regional maritime exercise facilitated by the United States of America and its European partners, primarily to enhance defense engagement among member states.
Over 1,000 students have graduated from the Milton Magai Technical University. The Living Water International Regional Vice President for Africa, Victor Madziakapita, assures the government and the people of Sierra Leone of their continued and relentless effort to improve access to clean, safe, and affordable water across the country.
As the regional vice president of Living Water International, I came to meet them to say thank you, but at the same time to let them know that because of their support, we are willing to expand our involvement.
Those were the headlines. Welcome back, and now for the news in detail. The Chief of Staff at the Command Joint Force, Brigadier General Sahid Kanu, has called on participants, especially members of the Sierra Leone Maritime Wing of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, to make judicious and prudent use of their time on the exercise to design strategies, processes, and procedures, and after-training review reflections that will enable them to adopt best practices. He made this statement at the official opening of the Obangami Exercise 2022 at the Maritime Wing, Moritown, on Friday, March 11th. Let's have the details.
Making a statement, the Commander Maritime Wing of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Captain Navy Philip Joanna, intimated that Exercise Obangame Express 2022 is a United States-led multinational maritime event that is designed to support countries along the western coast of Africa in mitigating counter-illicit sea-based activities in a bid to enhance maritime safety within the region.
I must hasten to mention that this is the first time we are holding a formal opening ceremony since we started participating in this annual multinational event 5 years ago. Obangami Express is a US-led and facilitated multinational maritime event designed to help countries along the west coast of Africa counter illicit sea-based activities. It is the largest annual maritime exercise in Africa, covering the seas from Morocco to Angola, and seeks to promote regional and international collaboration and coordination among African nations and their international partners.
Genesis Garcia, office of the Security Corporation United States Embassy, noted that Exercise Obangame Express is an annual event conducted in several African countries, including Morocco and Namibia, that are most often part of the Gulf of Guinea, the Economic Community of Central African States, that involves monitoring and tracking, as well as trafficking of humans in the high seas.
Obangame Express is the largest multinational maritime exercise in West Africa, with over 31 countries participating, to include the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, SLP, and other various agencies. Exercise Obangame Express is sponsored by U.S. Africa Command and conducted by U.S. Naval Forces Africa. It is designed to improve regional cooperation, maritime domain awareness, information sharing practices, and tactical interdiction expertise to enhance the collective capabilities of participating nations. The U.S. routinely exercises with our partners in Africa to build enduring relationships and combine capacity to ensure the safety and security of the regional maritime environment. Sierra Leone, like its neighbors, is a maritime nation reliant on its waterways for vital trade, protein, and economic livelihood. Maritime security, by its very nature, is regional, multinational, if not global challenge. Exercises like Obigami Express foster trust between participant nations by promoting mutual understanding, interoperability, and cooperation.
The lead trainer, Morales Benitez, noted that Exercise Ubangi is part of a comprehensive strategy by the United Nations Naval Forces Africa and USA Africa Command to provide collaborative opportunities for African forces and international partners to address maritime security concerns.
Appreciate the hospitality with which you received Lieutenant Commander Bundle and myself at Tierra. Today, we kick off the 11th year of Obangami Express, reinforcing critical African maritime institutions, such as the Yaoundé architecture for maritime security, to deter illegal activities and protect maritime economies in the Gulf of Guinea. Maritime partnerships and regional cooperation enables nations to share responsibility and collectively respond to these challenges and threats. During Obangami Express, numerous maritime operations centers and international organizations will come together for a complex training opportunity, including boarding techniques, search and rescue operations, medical casualty response, radio communications, and information management techniques. Over the past 2 days, Lieutenant Commander Bonville and I have had the privilege of meeting some men and women serving in Sierra Leone during pre-exercise events.
The Chief of Staff, Command Joint Force Brigadier General Sahid T. Kanu, has called on participants, especially members of the Sierra Leone Maritime Wing of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, to make judicious and prudent use of their time on the exercise to design strategies, processes, and procedures, and after training, review reflections that will enable them to adopt best practices.
Ceremony of Exercise Ubangami 2022, which I was told is a regional maritime exercise facilitated by the United States of America and its European partners, primarily to enhance defense engagement among member states, promote and sustain interoperability, coordination and collaboration among maritime forces, and more importantly, cultivate structured and collaborative approaches in responding to maritime threats within the Gulf of Guinea, and at the same time fostering cordial relationships with their international partners, said by the previous articulated speakers. Therefore, I just wish to lend my voice to a very few important issues. The Maritime Wing of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces started participating in this sort of exercises approximately some 5 years ago, and therefore is quite aware of the immense benefits embedded in this particular exercise. I wish to state with utmost sincerity that both as an armed forces and the country, we are very much pleased to play host to Exercise Ubangami 2022.
It could be recalled that Sierra Leone stands to benefit immensely from this regional exercise, as it will increase personnel skills and competence in the conduct of maritime operations, as well as fostering effective collaboration and sharing of information and coordination between neighboring countries and the region as a whole. Compiled by Abdurrahman Kamar, read in our studios by Creighton Thomas.
The Milton Magai Technical University has on Saturday, 12 March, concluded its congregation ceremony for the conferment of degrees and award of diplomas and certificates for the 2015-2021 academic year at the Peace and Love Amphitheatre College campus. George Elliott Sam tells us more.
Explaining the status of the institution, the acting Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the Milton Magai Technical University, Professor Dr. Philip John Kanu, noted that there is a lot of expectations since assuming university status. To deliver on those hopes, he disclosed that 5 strategic objectives have been developed by the institution as a pillar for smooth expectations of its mandate. One of those pillars is to ensure access and relevance by supporting the middle-level manpower in the country as a technical university.
I know a lot of people might not know the background of this name, Technical University. The minister, when he stood at the well of Parliament for over 8 hours, I want us to clap for him again. He stood there for over 8 hours, defending why they must allow us to be a technical university. It is for us not to do the usual courses as the other universities are doing. They are expecting us to bring in, to support the middleman power and also concentrate on our own area, which is the teacher education. If you are to ensure access and relevance, Honorable Minister, Mr. Chancellor, sir, we want to make sure that we are not just only focusing on those students with the WASC, but we'll also introduce courses that will cater for those even without the WASC, even in Form 2, even Class 2. As long as you have the ability and the willingness to come and do something, we can train you to be a carpenter, a good carpenter. We can train you to be a steel bender. That is the reason why they call us technical university, and we should not depart from that area. I think when they brought in the FTI, I am sure even the landscape of buildings in this country will change the story. And that is one thing that we want to promise the Honorable Minister, the Chancellor, and the galaxy of men, particularly the President, who said we must be a technical university.
The principal notes the introduction of short courses that cater for people who are without university qualifications but have skills which could be reaffirmed to help the society. He spoke about the creation of businesses by the institution to address the area of financial sustainability. He encouraged lecturers to engage on writing proposals for support, the establishment of a strong quality assurance in processes. The research topics developed and the institution is working on to address the needs of the society. External connection with institutions, the staff capacity to upgrade the lecturers through pre-coaching and internal teaching. The Chancellor of the Milton Magai Technical University, Dr. Victor E. A. Kabia, noted as he welcomed all present, describing the day as a historic one. He urged graduates to continue to build on the collections of memories acquired from the institution, noting that in life it is one thing to have learned something, but it is another altogether to remember it. He encouraged all graduates to move a little away from reliance on technological devices to continue building on their memories, as one should go beyond the ordinary memory. The Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Professor Alpha Tijan Wuri, in a statement, thanked everyone present and extolled the acting Vice-Chancellor, Professor Dr. Philip John Kanu, for his indelible contribution in transforming the institution, describing the graduates as triumphant for the successful completion of their studies.
A technical university should not only be talking about people that can say things, but people that can do things. That is why you have to give a big hand to the talk and do president. Because that is truly reflective of a graduate of a technical university. It's not what you say, it is also what you can do. Let me say that indeed a technical university should train people for the job market at the instant in time that you graduate. It should also train people that are futuristic, that would be ready and stand tall as the job market continues to change. The NCTVA have developed what they call National Qualifications Framework, and that framework should ensure that your level of competency is stratified, and that framework should also ensure that your level of competency is the same wherever you graduate from, as long as you do so within Sierra Leone.
the acting Deputy Vice Chancellor and Director of Academic Affairs, Dr. Muhammad Ali Jallo, in his welcome note address, recognized all for gracing the ceremony, noting that it was nearly 60 years and this was the first time the institution was confirming degrees, certificates, and diplomas on its students by its own chancellors, stating that it was a dream come true for which the institution was grateful, especially to those who helped to make it a success. The occasion was climaxed with the conferment of degrees by the chancellor and award of diplomas and certificates by the director of NCTVA. For Star News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.
The Living Water International Regional Vice President for Africa, Victor Madzia Kapita, has assured the government and the people of Sierra Leone of their continued relentless efforts to improve access to clean, safe and affordable water across the country. Let's have the details.
There is nothing more essential to life on earth than water. The United Nations recognizes the importance of addressing the global water crisis each year on World Water Day, March 22nd. In 2010, the UN General Assembly explicitly recognized the human right to water and sanitation. Living Water International is a faith-based non-profit organization that helps communities in developing countries to create sustainable water, sanitation and hygiene programs in response to the global water crisis.
Since our inception in Sierra Leone in 2009, we've drilled over 100 boreholes. I can tell you the records are there, and we send our reports to the Ministry of Water Resources and other partners that we are working with. We've been able to rehabilitate over 800 hand-dug wells, and also we've put together about 48 complex water systems, like in PHUs and schools, wherein we have a borehole, we do a water tower and tanks, and we network those ones to the different facilities. We've been able to put also sanitation facilities in schools, in health centers, and push the communities to do their own sanitation facilities.
The visit of Mr. Madzia Kapita came after a 2-year pause because of the COVID pandemic. Why is his visit important?
And the reason why I decided to come here and wanted to assure staff that we will continue as an organization supporting the people of Sierra Leone. And we will continue as an organization supporting the government, especially in the area of water, sanitation and hygiene. And we will continue working with churches, because we are a Christian organization and therefore work with churches in order for them to participate in the process of implementing water, sanitation and hygiene activities.
Included in the visit of Living Water International Regional Vice President for Africa was a meeting to the Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Philip Lansana, and UNICEF Chief of WASH.
When we have a country where the leadership of the country creates a conducive environment upon which we can operate in that particular country, we increase our involvement. And Sierra Leone, in terms of government, in terms of the ministry, they are there to support us. And their support to us is very, very exciting for us. And therefore, me as the Regional Vice President of Living Water International, I came to meet them to say thank you, but at the same time to let them know that because of their support, we are willing to expand our involvement in the country, even going into other districts later on.
Everyone has the right to sufficient, continuous, safe, acceptable, physically accessible, and affordable water for personal and domestic use. 785 million people lack access to clean water. That's 1 in 10 people on the planet. Women and girls spend an estimated 200 million hours hodling water every day. The importance of the work Living Water International is doing in the country could not be overemphasized. For Star TV News, I am Moses Ojukwamara.
Rounding up the national news, Pastor Cargo Foundation, a non-profitable, non-governmental organization that provides financial and educational opportunities to the less privileged children, including men and women, have presented scholarships to 2 students of the Makurka Boys Secondary School to pursue medical studies at the College of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. 2 vulnerable students whose parents cannot afford to pay their college fees. Andrew Bestman tells us more.
Presenting the scholarships to the students, Peter Kaloko and Mohamed Lamin Sisi, the coordinator of the foundation, Ibrahim Jallo, said the scholarship is meant purposely for vulnerable students that are ready to pursue their education. He went further to state that the scholarship is awarded to the 2 deserving students for a period of 1 year, subject to renewal based on their academic performance.
So we decided to give this scholarship to students who are deserving. Number 1, they don't get to university requirements, they don't get acceptance letters, and they do well. They're financially in need of the scholarship, so that for that will give them ukayati for getting the scholarship here. So we encourage the students here, if they continue to do well, we'll continue to provide more scholarship to them. Although per document is that a one-time scholarship, but we expect, say, if they continue to perform well in College of Medicine, we will continue to give them every year. And next year again, the Pastor Cargo Foundation expects to give more students in Burka Boys School and the entire Tonkolili district. We particularly encourage female students, the particular students in the sciences, engineering, and computer sciences, for may they apply, may they visit the website, so that they will continue, so that they will fill the form. If they get university requirements and they are in financial need, we will really be happy for help them with a one-time scholarship for go to any university. We go for do a course for 2 years or for 5 years, for 4 years degree course.
The vice principal of the school, Albert Bundu Kamara, admonished the 2 students to make good use of the opportunity and be exemplary among others and play a positive influence while paying back to the school at the end of their academic journeys.
And we are proud because this is the first time in the history of the school that a short donation is given to our pupils who at least excelled during the past 2021 was. And they are the best science students within the school. And that is why we selected them. And we are proud of the foundation because they did that a few years back by giving donation to this institution, by giving us computers, projectors, and other learning materials. We are proud of them. We know that they are capable of doing that. And we are craving the indulgence of other philanthropists so that they can come to the head of the institution, because we have a good number of them who have passes, good passes in the science stream, and in which we need other people at least to assist them. Also, because the last time I sent 4 candidates and they approved only 2, so that's a very good one for us. And we hope that it's going to be a continuous one. And at the end of the day, others. This is going to be a motivating factor for those for the current people, so that they will work very hard, so that they will also benefit as how their peer group have just benefited. So we are proud of the foundation, and we are proud of the kids that has benefited. We know that they are going to do their best so that they will succeed and pay back.
The 2 awardees, Peter Kaloko and Mohamed Lamin Sisi, thanks the proprietor and founder of the Pastor Cargo Foundation, Abubakar Trivins Cargo, who resides in the United States of America, for what they describe as huge academic support that will leave a lasting impact in their lives and promise to live up to expectation.
On behalf of myself and my parents, I want to say a very big thanks to you all, as I really appreciate, and I'll make sure that your resources are not wasted, as I will work towards what you have done for me today.
We are really grateful for this great endeavor and this great help that you have given to us, and we really appreciate it. Indeed, it's a great one, and in fact we are lost for words. But we are really grateful, and we promise to do our best with this opportunity that you have given us.
The award of the scholarships to the two deserving students is a continuation of the foundation's goals trajectory that provides support especially to vulnerable students whose financial standing is often challenged to pursue higher education. The Pasori Kagbo Foundation was established as a not-for-profit, non-governmental organization that renders support to women and girls as a form of microcredit grants and the provision of scholarships to deserving students. Andrew Bestman reporting.
That's all we have for you in today's edition of the National News on Star Television, Channel 21. I am Yesi Ernest Hallowell. Many thanks for watching.